and then we're going to put it back together again. Okay? But what I'm going to talk about in terms of this splitting, right, is the idea that you can make observations about life, right, and you can make them a little bigger than life. And if they're bigger than life, then you can work with them and you can observe them, right, and then you can kind of pick them apart. So it's like a model. Who uses models? Renee? What other professions use a model?
Fashion designers.
Okay, but think in terms of not clothing models, but like, would an architect use a model?
Probably.
What would he use it for? Why does an architect need to use them to build a model before he builds the real building?
To see if his idea will work.
Exactly. Right. And so then he can say, oh, well, no, the chimney's a little too big, right? And I need to make the kitchen a little bigger. So he can make these changes, right? How about economists? They say, if we add corn to gasoline, right, then we hope the price of gasoline will go down, right? But then what happens to the price of corn? It goes up, right? You see, another model, okay? So we can do that with life and things that we observe from life, the same thing, right? Okay, so remember Andre was talking about in terms of having this kind of split? Well, in terms of catching things from life, now for instance, I don't know, has everybody taken an exam? Has anybody taken, have you taken, like, did everybody here, well, did you take the SATs?
Years ago.
Years ago, did you take the SATs? Did you guys, what do you guys take when you're in high school? You're like your main exam?
Yeah, we have an exam to go into college.
Right, right. What do they call it? It's in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's a huge name, like examen para entrar a la universidad.
Okay. So when you took it, was it like in a big room? Was it like big, huge room with all these other students?
Yeah.
And did you have to have like a pencil?
Yeah.
Did you fill in the little thing?
Yeah.
Right? Did you take an exam like that?
Yeah.
With lots of people?
Yeah.
Right? You took the SATs, right? Okay, so do you remember when they hand out the packets? Remember the exam packet?
Nerve-wracking.
Here's your exam packet. So, now, as if this is an exam and I'm handing you out the exam packet. Is it all coming back to you? Nope. No, don't you remember what that was like?
That was 2
Do you
years
remember
ago.
what that was like? Right, when they hand out the exam packet and you have your pencils all sharpened and everything?
You're nervous.
Right?
You're stressed out.
Yeah, so you're nervous and stressed out?
No, kind of.
Right.
A little bit.
Okay. Right, so do you see what I'm saying? So now, look, you're using your imagination for that, right? Andre, did you get one of these?
Yeah, I have.
You got these? Okay. All right. So now, oh wait, where I had mine. Mine's here.
You can stay where you want. I'm just going to go back. You turn it.
Okay. Now, obviously, this isn't that, right? But you could use your imagination as if, I mean, it's just kind of got that feeling, right? There's this packet I'm handing out, okay? But the important thing is that in terms of our this split that Andre and I were talking about, and he was talking about mind and body, right? Mind and body. And I don't know, do you remember, go back to psychology? I mean, in terms of even like Western thinking, you know, this is the duality, right? It's like a split. And so that they say Western thought is like very split. It's not, you know, Eastern is trying to get them together, right? And the Western are like trying to like pull them apart, okay? But for acting, we do need to pull them apart before we put them back together, because otherwise things get skipped, right? People just tend to go to either one or the other, okay? So what I was looking for when I was handing this to you, I was looking for something in your body to change, right? That to change in order to let me know that you are adjusting to what you were seeing or what you were thinking. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is interesting when Andre was doing the exercise, remember when you were doing the to your partner, and then you're doing to the sound, right? And then you were doing, what was the third one?
The object.
To an object, right? Okay. Now, yes, for film and television, it's done just with your eyes, right? But you've got to have the body affecting it underneath it, right? Because if it's just the eyes, and if I don't see any switch in you, I can't tell what you're thinking. I can't read your mind, right? So we're trying to put all of that back in, right? Put the body back in, and it's affected from the mind, right? So it goes from the mind into the body, and then it can come back to the mind, okay? So this nice little packet I've given you, I just want to do some little, sort of underlying kind of preparation for it so that you're kind of adjusted correctly. And Ross has kind of heard maybe some of this before, and Peter has.